I am joined by the City of London's Police Commander, Umer Khan, and Detective Chief Inspector, Kevin Ives, who are both joining us today to raise awareness about Hajj-related fraud and what people can do to protect themselves. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
How are you today?
Yes, very well, thank you.
Alhamdulillah. Commander Khan, I want to start with you because this is something I've not heard about before.
Yes.
But I know that the City of London Police are particularly interested in Hajj fraud. Tell us why they are particularly interested in it.
Thank you, Brother Khaleel. Thank you for having us here today. And it's a real pleasure for us to be talking about this very important topic. Firstly, City of London Police, we are the smallest police service in the country, but by no means the least in terms of what we do. We are not only responsible for protecting the square mile, which is the financial centre, not just for the UK, but for the world, but we are also responsible as the national lead force for economic and cybercrime. And as part of that responsibility for economic and fraud-related offences, we look at various types of travel-related fraud, and Hajj-related fraud, as I use the term related fraud, is one of the areas that we give attention to and focus to, given the significant number of the Muslim population that we have in the UK, over 3 million Muslims, and many of them who every year take great pride and dedication into travelling to the holy houses to perform the pilgrimage, and hence why, as the City of London Police, that we take pride in making sure that the pilgrims from the UK are able to fulfil this very important right and obligation in the best possible way without falling victims to fraud.
Tell us exactly what is Hajj fraud, and I imagine it's targeting Muslims who want to make Hajj, obviously, but how are they targeting them?
Absolutely. I think what I'll do is I'm going to bring in my colleague, Detective Chief Inspector Kev Ives, who has been very passionately leading in this space for many years for City. Kev, maybe something that you can inform on.
Yeah, thank you. So there's certainly recognition here. This is a very, very serious type of fraud and has a huge victim impact. It has changed recently. So traditionally, Hajj-related fraud was bad agents, backstreet agents, taking money, not delivering the pilgrimages, taking passports and taking the money and then never delivering. What we've seen recently and why we've got this important new message in today is because now we have Nusuk. So you have to book your package via Nusuk. And so that really helped in terms of fraud because suddenly the backstreet agents found it much harder to operate. What we're seeing now, sadly, as is life, the fraudsters are trying to catch up. And there's new methods of trying to steal money from potential pilgrims. And we can talk about some of those. There's some fake websites going on and new types of fraud.
So are they impersonating Nusuk as a portal for people to log on to and to then book their Hajj? Is that how they're going about it?
Certainly. What we're starting to see, particularly that we're worried about, is fake websites impersonating Nusuk, or just saying that there's a service, give us your money and we will deal with it for you. And so we've got some very, very clear messaging that we want to get across today.
Yeah.
And that is that you must always book via Nusuk. And you can find the correct Nusuk website via the Foreign Office, the FCDO government website, and that will give you the link.
Yeah, there you go.
So
talk us through that, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we think about where we are now, we're literally coming into May tomorrow, and then June is the actual start. So we're actually right at the last sort of moments of Hajj to commence. And this is actually a very vulnerable time because vast majority of people have already booked their Hajj packages. And now you may get people who all of a sudden following Ramadan and they are very enthusiastic and they want to perform Hajj and they have an opportunity to do so, will be on the lookout for opportunities. And they're the people that we're really keen to reach out to say that you are absolutely, keen to perform the Hajj. However, you're also vulnerable at this time because chances are the vast majority of the packages or the allocation of visas have already been given out. So you may fall prey to unscrupulous vendors who may promise you the world but may not deliver. And hence why the messaging we wish to give to people is that please, we'll repeat this messaging a lot, is to refer back to the official websites, the Nusuk websites, the Foreign Commonwealth and, the office websites, and look at that detail before you commit to anything.
What is it, because these fake websites, now if somebody has sort of booked their Hajj through one of these fake websites, they're not going to know until it's too late.
Yeah.
after that's happened, is there anything that you can do to assist those individuals, those people?
So certainly, what we say is please report it to Action Fraud. That's 0300 123 2040. That's a phone number, or you can go to the Action Fraud website, which you'll find from any search engine, and you must report it, because if we don't have the reports, we can't do anything about it. We do have capacity to try to take down the websites, to allocate those investigations to forces to try to get people arrested, and we will look to do that. But we absolutely, the drive today is book via Nusuk, and please, if you think there's a fraud, report it as soon as possible.
Because with cybercrime and people hacking and with these fake websites, I would imagine this on the increase, especially if they've been successful. So this has been a change over the last couple of years. What other means are they using to get people to book through these portals?
As Kevin has been saying, that it has changed and evolved, so you kind of like have a different dynamic pre-COVID and a new sort of dynamic post-COVID. And what we are looking at is all the new ways that people are looking to commit fraud. Last year we have had reported £150,000 worth of losses to victims. In the grand scheme of things, where Hajj is concerned, up to 5,000 to 7,000 Hajjis are given visas, so it's actually a small amount. We believe the figure is actually much greater. We believe that there is underreporting by people who are either frightened or not sure how to make these reports, and this is why we welcome engagement with good people such as yourselves to amplify these messages and get the communities be aware that first of all, best remedy, like anything, is not to fall victim. Secondly, if you sadly are somebody who has fallen victim, is to report it to Action Fraud.
Yeah. Now, if somebody is wanting to book now, maybe they're a bit late and they're just booking right now, are there any particular telltale signs that they should be looking out for in order to sort of authenticate whether a site is genuine or not?
I think the main piece of advice that I'll go back to is go to the Foreign and Commonwealth and Development Office website and go to the Nusuk link on that website. That's how you avoid going to any scam websites, because the direct link to the Saudi Arabian government Nusuk site is on that website. So effectively, try not to go there any other way. I could give lots of advice around there could be spelling errors, but there'll be some very, very good websites that people won't be able to spot. So just follow that route in via the proper website, and that's how to book.
Probably be created with AI. AI is going to do a very good job of faking, making it look authentic at the same time, isn't it?
Potentially, and then we come back to the reporting issue, because if people tell us, we will know how the criminals are starting to operate, and we can deal with it.
Now, these criminals, are they normally based in the UK or are they abroad? Whereabouts are they?
So traditionally, of the old type of Hajj-related fraud, they have been UK-based. Right now, we're waiting to see. This could be perpetrated by someone anywhere. However, if we know about the website, we can try to do things about it.
Now, is the statistic similar to when people are making Umrah? Because I know we're talking about Hajj, but people all year round are booking their Umrah. Is there a similar sort of issue there?
So what primarily our focus is around the Hajj period, because that's a very unique time, and the costs and the implication is really, really high on that one. Umrah is various sort of issues and challenges, but in the main, we probably would say that hasn't changed much in terms of its profile over the many years. But what we want to make sure is that in relation to the Hajj, because that's where the big financial investment is from individuals, and that's where we want to protect people to ensure they don't fall victims to particularly that crime type.
And what sort of assistance are you getting from Nusuk themselves? Obviously, they're aware of, because this is probably happening throughout the globe. So what kind of assistance are they giving in order to sort of prevent this from happening?
So we, in the City of London Police, which is where we've started, we have built very good relationship with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We hold regular meetings with the Ministry of Hajj, with the Interior Ministry, with the Embassy here, ourselves, and other stakeholders such as Trading Standards, as well as support groups and mechanisms. So we're really keen to get this message out. I believe that there's a strong commitment from everybody to ensure that Hajjis or pilgrims who wish to go to perform Hajj do so without falling victims, because that's not what Hajj is all about. This is making sure that we protect everybody. So to answer your questions, this is a very coordinated and very collaborative effort, and says something else that we hopefully may wish to come back in the future to talk about, is that we're looking to expand this collaboration internationally because, as you mentioned, that the methodology is changing. We could have a victim here in the UK, in London. The website could be set up in another part of the world, and the offender could be in another part of the world. So we need an international response to this, and we in the City of London Police are working on getting that cooperation from other countries to make sure we can protect UK nationals.